We will all work with Vacation Bible School together, but we'll break up into 4 groups to distribute the food. On the first day, we will be mainly traveling. We'll be leaving Summit about 3 o'clock in the morning, headed to the New Orleans airport. The sun has barely risen as we taxi out to take off for Houston. When we arrive, the staff has been waiting on us, and they help us carry our luggage to the dormitories.
This is the district camp. It's really about the only camp we have. This says, "Remain in me, and I will remain in you. No branch can bear fruit."
On day 2, we'll be looking around our area of Pihé before going to church and then off to the Pacific Ocean. Whoops, must be too close to the women's dorm. Vegetation is very interesting here in Costa Rica. You have trees with layers of plants growing on them and then plants growing on the plants. And after breakfast, I'm joined by an entire group of people as we go exploring.
Come here. Get up and bring some of your change.
Going to walk. After church, it's time to bag some food. Let's follow a bag. 1 bag of rice, 2 bags of beans, a bag of cornmeal, a box of cornstarch, and a bag of powdered milk. And after filling our bags, it's time to head to Dominicao Beach on the Pacific Ocean. Let's watch. The beaches here have a severe undertow due to the currents here, and so you have to be very careful. After swimming, it's time to do a little shopping and spend some money. After we get back to the compound, we decorate some more bags for food. On day 3, we will be doing Vacation Bible School at Pihé and then driving to Buenos Aires to distribute food. It's now time to head down to the Pihé school and to do Vacation Bible School. We look around the school some and talk to some of the teachers before we get started. First we take some pictures so we can print them out and give them back to them. Then it's time to sing some songs. A little magic will help them to remember the Bible story. And then it's time for the puppet play to tell the story. Then we break them into groups, and each person takes a group and shows them how to do the craft.
And there they are, zoom in on the wrist.
After the craft, it's time to expend a little bit of energy and get them involved in games. Next, we give out our bags that we've made as a gift. After lunch and a little bit of rest, we head to Buenos Aires to distribute food. In Buenos Aires, we'll be distributing food two different places. First at Santa Cruz, and then we will be driving over to a new neighborhood of Bonos. It's now time to break up into our food distribution groups. Santa Cruz is a jumble of many different houses. Our basic process is to carry several food bags with us. When we arrive at a house, we tell them that we've come in God's name, not any particular denomination, give them the bag, and then ask them if we can pray for anything, pray in unison, and then go to the next house. The new neighborhood is made up of basically bonos, which are given homes to people who have land. They're very small homes. They consist of a porch and another structure made out of concrete slabs. These slabs are slid into slots and posts, and you can see the slabs here. They put a metal roof on the top. No ceiling and no insulation. You have a porch, a living room, kitchen, and two bedrooms, 450 square feet for 6 people. And then across the street, here's another group. Something we hadn't anticipated is bag arm. Our wet arms against the non-permanent magic markers, and you can see our tattoo.
And one of the things that we do is that we show that how God loves and how God loves.
Tonight the McCall family joins us from Hattiesburg. They just arrived. On day 4, we'll be heading to Chinacacha to do Vacation Bible School and then returning to Buenos Aires to finish out food distribution. Although Chinacacha is only about 6 miles from Pihé, you can't drive directly there. You have to take a roundabout route, and it'll take us several hours to get there. First, we're on a major highway with a speed limit of 55 miles an hour. Then it's off on a side road, slower still. Next, 1.5 lane road, which is slower still. Then it's off on gravel and slowing down to 10 or 15 miles an hour. This road before we get there is a dirt road. And finally we arrive at Chinacacha School. This is the school we're going to be helping with school uniforms and maybe other things in the future. It'll be the same system as we did in Pihé. All of the Vacation Bible Schools will be. Notice as we pan around, here's the bathrooms and the washing facilities, but here there are no windows, just bars. It's open to the air and any bugs that might want to fly in.
Entonces alabemos al Señor, para Abraham tenía muchos, es maravilloso el amor de Dios.
And then it gets a little complicated. They forgot to pack the puppets, so they have to improvise the Bible story by acting it out as it is told. Now it's time for our crafts. Then it's game time. Then they head over to get something to eat. For many of them, this will be their only meal of the day. We give out the gift bags to the kids. And some of them are given new pillowcase dresses. Basically a pillowcase with the bottom cut out and then a ribbon sewed around it. It's now time to head back to Pijay to eat and then on to Buenos Aires to distribute the food.
Can I say this again?
The first house we went to, I asked her how many children no, we were trying to give the vitamins out. And Brother Allen was giving her out vitamins for an 8 and 12-year-old. And she was a little chunky, but Brother Allen asked her if she was expecting another one. And she was like, no.
You better watch it.
He
gave me a gift, a painting. And then as we're leaving, because we had put our bags down, Paige scooped them all up and took her bag too. And then she goes, well, hey, where's my bag? So we had to re-gift.
Oh, we had an excellent one. We had an old lady that my son was in jail for alcohol abuse.
When you pray for them, you feel that spiritual connection there. And I think it's really great that we're all praying aloud at the same time.
On day 5, we'll head out to Bolus, where we will have a vacation Bible school, eat a picnic lunch, and then distribute food before heading back to Pijay. Heading to Bolus, we're quickly off on rocky roads. We arrive at Bolus School and it's time to set up for our vacation Bible school.
Cristo ama a los niños, pues los niños son de Él. No le importa tu color, solo quiere de tu amor. Cristo ama a los niños por igual.
Tan bajo que no puedo ver abajo, de tan ancho que no puedo ver.
Muchas cosas, niños. Y cuando era ya muy tarde,
We'll buy our picnic things, bread and meat and cheese at the local store. And Stephanie's got a knife for cutting the bread. The food distribution at Bolus will be different than where we've been before. It'll be scattered out along many country roads, and there'll be lots of up and down gravel roads with sparse scattered houses. In other words, a whole lot of walking. Today we will travel to Uharas, where we will do Vacation Bible School, deliver some food, and then come back to Pihei to deliver the rest of the food. Uharas is in the native Indian territories.
It's like a private hospital.
The schedule here will be the same as the rest of the Vacation Bible Schools.
Estaban hambrientos, Dios cerró las bocas de los leones y los calmó.
This time we'll also make balloons to hand out.
I'm sorry.
Here the kitchen is an outdoor facility for cooking. Since most of these houses will be very difficult to find back in the jungle, we're going to have local guides to show us even how to get there. Handing out the bags here becomes more difficult as most of them speak a native tongue. Therefore, we speak English, our translator translates it into Spanish, and then our guide translates that into the native language. On day 7, after our closing ceremony, we'll be heading to Alajuela, where we'll spend the night.
Rum, you taking some rum home with you? I got it on video now. So you know how to make the video.
We're staying in the backpackers hostel in Alajuela.
Golpean los cerros y el viento se ha puesto negro y sabe a miedo. Hay novelas al torbellino sobre los techos. Se enredan las arañas en mi pelo que huele a agua. Monte adentro y en el cielo brava.
There are scarlet-fronted parakeets everywhere, almost like pigeons in our country.
Garrotes de agua golpean los cerros y el tiempo es un agujero y sabe a pólvora, se retuerce en el pellejo de la desgracia, la mala hora. Huele a agua en el desierto.
On day 8, we will go ziplining and look around La Paz Waterfall Park. But first I'll go looking around Alajuela a little bit. Central Market is just opening up and people are getting ready for customers. Now it's time to head out. First we'll stop at the Doca State Coffee Outlet and see how coffee is grown. Then we'll head on to Colinas del Poas for zip lining before ending up at La Paz Waterfall Park. It's raining when we arrive at the zipline place, but that won't deter these intrepid explorers. Boy, George, hi. See if any finish the end. On day 9, Faye and I will look around town before the whole group heads to the airport and flies home to New Orleans. One of the interesting things is Burger King's Grande Meal, which has tortillas, hash browns, rice and beans, gravy or grits, eggs, and ham. Once we arrive in Houston, it's go through immigration, pick up your luggage, go through customs, drop off your luggage, go back through security, and then run to our gate. Oh, wait a minute, they've changed the gate, but we do make it. Yes, what do you need, young lady? Oh, this is home? You're so happy to see New Orleans.
America.
America. America, good country.
America the beautiful.
I think the people of Costa Rica would thank you for coming. You made a difference.
Your beauty astounds me. I know peace within. You fill me with wonder, with joy and with song. You fill me with power. To you I belong. For you are my breath, my life, my joy, your beauty to me. I give you my heart, my soul, my love, I give all to thee. For you are my rock, my strength, my God, on you I can call. I give you my heart, my soul, my love, I give you my all.
And then, as all good things must, this episode in Costa Rica must come to an end.